Alright, back for another shop update. So I've been welding most of the day here, so it's 8:30, which is early for me, but tiring. So I got the welder over here fixed again. This time it's not leaking water out of it. So I had to put a new hose in there. So that black hose right there I just replaced. I had this clear stuff on there, so I put that black stuff in there. So that one's not leaking. So that's a filter that keeps the crap out of my torch over here, so it doesn't plug it up in here and make it not weld. What it does, it burns holes in the leads. So I had another torch tip around here somewhere, whatever I did with it. These are the new lines I took out. Anyway, I don't know what the torch tip is. Too much crap around here. So anyway, I did some welding. So I got to do these knucklehead cases, which I did a month or so back. I guess 2 months now. So I get back and weld up all these cracks. So for practicing, I grabbed this junk pan head and did some welding on it. So I had to keep welding for a little bit and go over and check for water leaks and come back. So now I got this handled. Stupid damn noise out there. So I did this for a little bit. Went through about 15 sticks of aluminum up there. So first thing I did was did some fin repair. So we had a couple broken fins right there. So I welded those all up. So we'll come back and grind those out with a grinder. Still pretty hot. So we'll come in there with a chop saw grinder. One of these like this. You come down here and you plane the damn fin off on both sides, whack it off, and you got a nice fin left behind. You combine with a little finish grinding with a little small bit. Usually one of these little small ones like this here, something like this. That one's not going to be the one I'll use. Probably use this one like this one here, more of a curve to it. And you also use the straight ones, which are like this one right here. And you go in here and you plane them down a little bit and smooth them up like that. That's how I fix fins. My fins are fully functional, they are not cosmetic. So those are back. So those are about that deep, broken off. So after I did that, I went ahead and did the normal spark plug crack between the seats and the head, the spark plug hole. So I did those. And I did a couple other fin jobs. Hot. Warm. So then I went in and did these here, which are from the coil cover rubs on these. So I did those. Did the one down there. And I did the little one over here, had a big slit in it, like a big piece of porosity was in there. Welded that one out. Then after I did that, I said, screw it, let's just go ahead and do the rest of it. So I went ahead and did the exhaust port. So there's the exhaust port. Too damn hot to be dealing with this head. Still warm. So now that's ready to be all machined down. So I tried a different way of doing it this time. I don't know, it's about 50-50 whether it's any better or not. So this is the exhaust port that was on there. So this is the exhaust port that's sticking out. Normally I weld up the outside of these, and then I weld up the inside and just leave this material in the middle. I kind of blended it from both sides. I use this as a guide on how to weld. But the last couple jobs have been pretty far off on my welding, so I said screw it. Let's cut the thing off flush and weld it up completely and see if it's quicker. So I don't know. I still get lost welding. I lose track of where I'm at. So whether that was any quicker or not, I don't know. I know there's definitely no, there shouldn't be any porosity in it at all because I didn't have any of that original material in there, but I usually don't get porosity anyway, so I weld it pretty good. So, I don't know, it's 50-50. It's a lot of work, either way. So, anyway, so next project on the list is fixing the wire feed. So this one here, I've had bad tips on this for 10 years now. You can't get replacement parts. I stuck something on here trying to make it work, which worked for a while, but finally it's burned off all the threads. And this thing just sticks and doesn't weld for crap. When it wants me to weld, I weld really good. When it doesn't want me to weld, I weld like dog crap. So years ago I bought another gun, because you can't buy the ones that are for the machine. So this is a nice high-end gun. So this is a more modern. So I got to see if I can make this work in my machine. I know there's a one-wire hookup, and this has got a two-wire hookup. This one here, you can buy new consumables on the outside edge. So you can buy new liners for it. You do all kinds of stuff. This is a modern gun. This one's only 15 or 20 years old. That gun there is from the 70s. You can't buy anything for it. Alright, so I pulled this off before, and I know there's only two wires to hook up right here. So we're going to figure out how this is held inside the machine and get all this stuff out. And see if I can fix it. My gun took off. They're also draining the oil out of the FXR case there. Another job I don't need to be doing. Need to be working on welders. This is Tatro machine welding repair. We don't work on motorcycles anymore, we work on welders. Moving up in the world. So let's see what we got in this thing. First thing I do is take this thing apart. So I can either work it in this aisle, I can work in this aisle, or I can put it over here in this aisle. That is a decision I got to make here pretty quickly. I'm kind of thinking I'll leave it right where it is. It's the least amount of in the way. Alright, so this is going to go bye-bye, so on the ground. Find my sockets. See what size all these screws are. Somewhere you could put the screws. Yeah, somewhere I got screws I took out of this machine. I don't know where they're at. They're somewhere. You go figure it out. It comes time to put it back together. Cable rack holder. Custom race car handle. A race welder handle. Okay, two of those. Should be something holding it in. Alright. Like a Model T hood. Okay, oh, there's a welder in here. Look at all that junk. In case you know what's inside of a welder, that's what's inside of a welder these days. You even got a wiring schematic in there. In case you don't know how to wire your welder. There you go. Read up on it. So this is your mid-70s style 100% high amp welder with a very high duty cycle. old welders work really good for welding big heavy stuff. Long times means you can weld a lot. Modern welders weld anything really nice. Most everything's pretty good, but they have very limited duty cycles. That means they don't weld very long before they crap out. And if you don't shut down and let them cool off, they burn up. Alright, so here's our wire hookups. I thought there was another cover. There's another cover. So this is the stuff here I got to replace. So the motor stays, but all this crap goes. So this is plastic. Mine, that other one over there was copper or brass or something. Okay, so we're going to take this and back this up somehow. Probably go easier if I uncurled it. How's this? Just get it out of my way. This one has all this stuff here, which has a bunch of gas stuff. Oh, it looks different than what I got. So there's no guarantee that any of this is going to work. And it's looking to me like it's not going to work at all. So this might be a big no-no. Does not work. It's looking more and more like it ain't going to work. Who knows? We're not done yet. We haven't given up yet. It doesn't work like that. I know that. Pull that thing straight. See if I can get that wire out of there. There it goes. Turns. Try not to lose our wire over there. Alright. Figure how all this comes apart because I don't know. Okay, looks like this has to come out. Take this one out first, I guess. So these are put in with old wedges that are tapered. Just they rotate in, jam in. So this is junk too, which is not replaceable. I like this ground thing, but it doesn't really ground anymore. It's worn out. That's another problem. Alright, let's see what it's going to take to get all this apart. Sure, it's going to be real fancy, whatever it is. Try my fancy new pliers. Okay, wrench, bugs. junk. This is definitely unknown territory. Keep losing my rag out of my pocket. So, the other side of that transformer over there. Hard to see anything what I'm doing here, but we'll see what we can figure out here. In the pocket this time. Back that up will help a little bit. Okay, first thing I do is take this stuff off of here. There's up. Hose clamp Dad put on here to hold everything together, I guess. Or either that or it's one of theirs. It's got a safety tip on it. It's probably something they put on there, I bet. Okay, that's that one. Assuming this slides down after you take the clamps off, give you access. Yep, I'll get that one. Alright, so over here, see it just has a connector up under here where it goes in. Where's it at? Put my finger up to it. This thing right over here. That's what these are. It's got spade terminals on both sides. That's an insulator thing right there in the middle. So it looks like the front one is the black wire. And that one's probably some kind of a ground wire, it looks like. Or it's going to be a high tension lead. We'll have to figure out what it is from the other side. To get in there and trace it. And this is the gas hose right here, I'm assuming. Yeah, because there's a gas line coming up. That's the gas line going back to there. So that's what this thing is. So that has to be taken off. Looks like it's about a 7/16. This one's done differently. Have to see if I can retrofit it. Might have to fabricate up something. I don't know. So we have no access to get into here. Great. I'm not sure it holds all this in here, but there's probably some kind of adjustment on here or something. Sure we know exactly what it is. That's fancy. Oh, that's because it had the wheel under here. So I guess that didn't have to come out. Oh well. Something else holding that in there. There we go. There it comes out. There's your gas hose, I guess. It's a gas manifold. So all this stuff here is supposed to come out of here freely, I guess. I'm not sure what this is doing. Probably inside the handle there's probably a ground built in so it doesn't shock the piss out of you. Would be my guess. Looks like just a big nut. Yeah, we got a big nut plier right here. Put my Krypnix pliers to work, or Nip Fix, something. Oh. Must be locking plastic. Get tight. Boom. Okay. I got access to this one. Twisting that hose, wadding it up. There it goes. A big knot in it. It's probably got a barb on there. Okay. There we go. Old hose is out. I'm thinking this is completely different to the new hose. I'm pretty sure that's different than that. So, I don't know what the hell we're going to do for this. Obviously, this is different. Phone's always interrupting me in the middle of stuff. Hello? Yo.